Hey warriors, there is a type of person who never seems rattled. You have seen them. Someone challenges them publicly. They don't flinch. Someone spreads lies about them. They stay quiet and composed. Someone tries to humiliate them in front of a crowd. And instead of breaking down, they just smile. A calm, almost unbothered smile that makes everyone in the room deeply uncomfortable, except them. What do these people know that you don't? They figured out something that Machiavelli figured out 5 centuries ago. Something that the greatest strategists, the most powerful rulers, and the most untouchable individuals throughout all of history had in common. Your emotions are not just feelings. They are information, and whoever reads that information first gains power over you. Every time you react, you hand someone your map. You show them exactly where your pressure points are. You show them where to push, where to pull, and how to keep you off balance. The moment you stay calm, genuinely, strategically calm, you take that map back. You fold it up, you put it away, and now you are the one with the advantage. Most people think calm is something you feel. It is not. Calm is something you choose. And in today's video, I am going to break down 7 specific situations where that choice matters most. These are real, raw social scenarios where your composure, or the lack of it, determines whether you come out ahead or come out broken. Stay with me through all 7, because by the end, you will not just understand this concept, you will feel it shifting something in the way you see every room you walk into. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I am unreadable. Number 1. Stay calm when you are publicly mocked. Someone decides to make you the entertainment. Maybe it's at a social gathering. Maybe it's in a group of people you thought were your friends. Maybe it's in a crowd where you barely know anyone. They take something you said, exaggerate it, twist it, and then deliver it like a punchline. People laugh, eyes swing toward you, and in that fraction of a second, everything inside you wants to fire back. That urge, that burning, immediate desire to defend yourself, is exactly what they're counting on. Here is what happens in that space from a pure human dynamic standpoint. The person mocking you has just made a move. They've presented you as something weak, ridiculous, or worth laughing at. The crowd is waiting, not to hear what you say, but to see how you respond. Because how you respond tells them whether the framing was true. If you get flustered, you've confirmed it. If you get angry, you've confirmed it even louder. But if you stay calm, the move collapses. The framing doesn't land. And now the crowd is watching the person who tried too hard, the one who needed the laugh badly enough to put someone else down just to feel taller for a moment. That is not strength. That is desperation wearing a smirk. And people with real awareness can spot it from across the room. The person mocking you is using social force. They are trying to push you down through public pressure and humiliation, but you don't fight force with force. You fight it with stillness, with a slow nod, a quiet half smile, or simply saying nothing at all and letting the silence do the heavy lifting. Silence is one of the most underrated weapons a person can carry. It builds pressure without a single word. It forces the other person to fill the void, and when they do, they almost always reveal far more about themselves than they planned to. Think about what it looks like from the outside when someone throws a jab at you and you don't even blink. You don't scramble. You don't stumble. You just hold your ground, relaxed and steady, like the jab barely registered. That image, that picture of someone standing tall while another person swings and misses, tells a story to every single person watching. And the story is not about the person who got mocked. It's about the person who swung and couldn't find a mark. The mockery does not define you. Your response does. And when you respond with calm, You don't just survive the moment, you take it. Number 2, stay calm when someone suddenly acts like your ally. You know someone who has been quietly working against you. They've been spreading doubt about you behind closed doors, saying one thing to your face, something completely different when you're not around. You've sensed the resistance. You've caught the looks. You've noticed that things you say somehow get twisted before they reach other ears. And then, out of nowhere, they flip. They start agreeing with you in front of others. They compliment your thinking. They suddenly position themselves as your biggest supporter. The natural human reaction to this is relief. Finally, the friction is over. They see me now. Everything is going to be fine. Stop right there. Do not relax yet. Machiavelli spent his entire career studying how power actually moves, how princes fell, how rivals shifted, how people who looked loyal one day became dangerous the next. And one pattern he observed again and again was this: people do not change sides because they had a sudden change of heart. They change sides because the landscape changed around them. If someone who quietly opposed you is now wrapping an arm around your shoulder, ask yourself honestly, what shifted? Did your position in some way get stronger? Did someone they were depending on disappear? Did they realize that standing against you was no longer a safe bet? Did they need access to something you now have? Machiavelli once said, "Keep your friends close and your enemies closer." But the part people consistently miss is that the enemy remains the enemy. Keeping them close does not mean trusting them. It means watching them up close with clear eyes while giving nothing sensitive away. When someone pivots toward you, your job is not to open up. Your job is to observe. What do they want from this proximity? What are they learning while they stand next to you? What move are they setting up while you're busy feeling relieved? You can accept the alliance on the surface, be warm, be gracious, show nothing, while internally your eyes stay wide open. Do not announce your suspicion. Do not confront them. That would be clumsy and reactive. Stay calm, stay alert, and watch where they stand the next time something difficult happens. That is the real test. Not what someone says when things are comfortable, what they do when things get hard. The most dangerous assumption in any social situation is believing that because someone stopped pushing against you, they started caring about you. Those are two very different things, and confusing them has ended more people than any open enemy ever could. Stay calm, stay patient. Let time do the revealing. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I observe before I trust. Number 3, stay calm when you are being ignored. Human beings are wired to seek acknowledgement. That need runs deep, deeper than most people are willing to admit. When someone withholds that acknowledgement on purpose, when they talk around you, look through you, cut you out of conversations you should be part of, or act like your presence in the room barely registers, something primal gets triggered. A kind of invisible humiliation that stings worse than a direct insult in some ways, because at least a direct insult admits that you exist. And most people, when they feel that sting, start chasing. They speak louder. They push their way into conversations. They try to prove, through effort, through performance, through sheer presence, that they deserve to be noticed. And every single one of those moves does the same thing. It hands the other person exactly the power they were trying to take. Here is the truth about attention. When you chase it, you destroy its value. The moment you start performing for someone's gaze, you have confirmed to them, and to everyone watching, that their approval has control over you. And once they know that, they will never stop using it. Machiavelli once said, "Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims." The need for immediate validation is one of the oldest traps in human nature. People who deliberately ignore you are counting on that need. They are waiting for you to crack and start reaching toward them. The Machiavellian response is to do the opposite. Go still. Pull your energy inward. Stop performing for people who haven't earned an audience. Carry yourself with the quiet confidence of someone who has somewhere more important to be. Because if you are truly building something with your life, you do. Your focus, your energy, your presence are not free. They go where they are valued. And in the places where they are not valued, you become scarce. Calm detachment is one of the most magnetic qualities a person can have. Not coldness, not arrogance, just a deep, unshakable sense of self that doesn't require outside confirmation to stay solid. When someone realizes that ignoring you doesn't produce the reaction they expected, when they see that you didn't shrink, didn't chase, didn't even seem bothered, something shifts. Curiosity replaces control, and suddenly the person who was being ignored becomes the most interesting person in the space. Don't go chasing acknowledgement. Let it come looking for you. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My value needs no validation. Number 4. Stay calm when someone lies about you. A false story can travel fast, faster than the truth, faster than you can catch it. One day, everything is normal. The next day, something is circulating in conversations you're not part of.